Keeping my harmony here.
This is my my emo hat fringe. All the cool kids have got it this Christmas season. Welcome to the Hack Music Theory Revolution, where we empower you with notation-free theory for making great music.
Welcome to day 10 of our Hack Music Theory Advent Calendar, where we're counting down the days to the release of our Christmas single and teaching you the music theory hacks we're using to write it.
Today, we're going to share a super powerful hack with you for making unique drum beats that totally stand out from the crowd. But first, tea, because you're worth it. Alright, so we're going to kick things off with one of our top secret hacks. Shh. Write the drums last. Seriously, it's that easy. Because when you write the drums first, you're going to do the predictable thing and put all the kicks and snares where everyone else would put them. However, when you've got a bass line that was written to your chord progression or another melody or something, what you actually have is a gold mine of unique rhythms in that bass line. Because you didn't write the bass line thinking of the rhythm, you wrote it thinking of the melody. So start by copying the bass line down into your drum track. And then let's get into the MIDI. I'm just going to change that into drum mode. So we got our little diamonds. All right, now this is a hack I call the drunk drummer hack. Because you'll see, you'll hear. Way, drunk drummer. Way. Okay, so what we've done is moved all the notes onto the kick, and now we have the rhythm of the bass on the drums. Totally unique. Check this out.
Next up, you want to decide where the snares go. We decided on a regular backbeat because that's what we felt was the grooviest option for this chorus. For a regular backbeat, you put the snares on the 2 and the 4. And it sounds like this. But we also could have used a double time backbeat, and that's where you put the snares on the end of each beat. And it sounds like this.
Which backbeat do you think sounds more Christmassy, by the way? Leave us a comment below and let's get a vote going. I think that one probably sounds more Christmassy, but we didn't want to overdo it because that's right on the fence of cheesy Christmassy. So we went with a regular backbeat on the 2, and was going to be the 4, but down, we're in 5/4, right? So because we have an extra quarter note, because we've got 5 quarter notes in one bar, what that means is that if we put the snare on the 4, it's a whole bunch of space over here before we get around to the 1. And you may be wondering, what's wrong with that? Well, the whole point of a regular backbeat is to keep that momentum driving. So if you get to beat 4 and then suddenly there's like a whole nother 2 beats before you get to the first beat again, you kind of lose the momentum. So here's a really cool hack that I love to use in odd time signatures like 5/4. So this hack is like the musical equivalent of that distraction trick. You know the one. What is that? What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right there. Can you? No, you don't see it?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what you're talking about.
No. Anyway, sorry about that. So anyway, as I was saying, this is all about fooling the listener to think that the 5th beat is actually the 4th beat. So check this out. If we take this snare drum and we go do, move it over to the 5, right? And now, just to like emphasize that foolery, we're going to do another one on the 4 and the fake 4 and. Yeah, let's call them fake 4. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, fake 4, and fake 4 and. So what they're going to hear now is this. So we're tricking the listener into hearing the 5th beat as the 4th beat. And then when it rolls around to the 1, it's like, wait, 4, and 1. Okay, the way we do that is in the space over here, we need to distract them, right? And the easiest hack for that is to give them some syncopated snares. And I am hearing it right here, these two snares. The reason for that as well is because we kind of have that double snare little motif there, right? So double snare there and then double snare there. And this is actually the fourth beat over here, right there. So that's actually that backbeat that you're kind of expecting. But because we're giving that snare drum just before, a 16th before, and then a 16th after, you kind of like, whoa, a little disorientated here. You know, it's like, whoa, it's like, wait, what was that? And then by the time that fifth beat hits, you're like, oh, okay, there we go, that's the fall, you know? And I'm just going to throw in the open hats on all the quarter notes because that's going to keep that quarter note pulse, which helps people to keep on dancing. You ready?
Lastly, we want to fill in the space with closed hi-hats, which will inject energy into the drum beat. We started by adding closed hi-hats to the E, the and the of each beat.
Just copy those.
Copy paste, copy paste.
All right, now we change the grid to 30-second notes and we're going to spice things up. So you can just go through and play around with moving a couple of the closed highs onto those offbeat 30-second notes. And so we move that one, we can move these two. So both of them are syncopated. And then we leave those three to kind of keep things a little bit normal there because there's a whole bunch of disorientation going on there anyway. And then we can add a little one in here into that snare to kind of give a bit of momentum into that snare on the fake 4. And then we can just spice things up a little bit at the end, do 3, then maybe move that one onto open hats. And we're done. Final playthrough. Here we go.
For more awesome drum hacks, check out our Hack Drums playlist.